What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Raptor Man, coming back at you with another video as promised, as I said I would. So first official day at Traveloko, sorta. I'll tell you real briefly. Had some things come up. My first official day was Thursday. Today's Friday. It's, I don't know, 5 o'clock-ish, 5:30, somewhere around there, Central Time. I'm still under my load from Thursday. I picked this load up pretty much, it was Tunnel Hill, Georgia. Going to Janesville, Wisconsin. Pretty good load. Paid $1,500. So not a bad load. I had to hustle a little bit. Well, the problem is, on the way up, when I took off, I had to go through Nashville through rush hour traffic, so that kind of, delayed things a little bit. But then what happened was, I got past Nashville, and then right before the Kentucky and Tennessee state line, I guess there was a bad accident. Involved a tractor trailer, semi truck. I don't know how many people were involved. Basically, it was pretty much a lengthy backup, so that caused a delay, obviously. I made it all the way up to Central Illinois, before I ended up shutting down. And so I shut down the truck stop. I started doing the math and the miles, and I realized I'm probably going to be late, because at that point, when I shut down, I was still just a hair over 4 hours out. So what happened was, I did the math, and because I was still 4 hours out, and because the load had to deliver the next day by noon, I was going to get there about 1 o'clock. So I was going to be about an hour late. Not too long, So when I called it into dispatch, let the brokers know. Brokers were cool with it. They understood the situation. Things happen, accidents happen, not a big deal. But because it was a Dollar General load, they were told that all Dollar General loads have to be, if you miss your appointment, you've got to be rescheduled. I personally think it comes down to the individual distribution center, because I know I've delivered to some of them. If you were late, they work you in. As long as you're not 5 or 6 hours late, you can get there a little bit late and they'd work you in. But this particular DC, I guess, they were dead set on rescheduling. So now we had to reschedule for 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it would be Saturday morning, 6 a.m. So I'm up here at the truck stop. I'm just a few miles from down the road from a customer. So I'm staged up here. I'm ready to go. So that's why I've kind of had some problems and stuff. But it was a tight run anyway. The brokers acknowledged the fact that it was a tight run when I picked it up. So they said no worries, don't worry about it. You did as good for getting as far as you did. So that's how that went. So not a bad load, not a bad rate. You kind of had to run pretty good. But even then, I could have made it. I had plenty of time to make it. Was it a little tight? Yeah, it was a little tight. But unfortunately, that was the load I had to take out of the area that I was in down in Georgia. So And plus, it was a really good rate anyway. So, you know, that was my first load that got me moving. So, I'll deliver this in the morning, and you know, I got a load booked right now that picks up in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. So I think that's what, 30 minutes or 30 miles, something straight north of Janesville, somewhere like that. And it's going to Middletown, Ohio. So we was able to get a pretty good rate on that one. I don't know what the mileage exactly, I don't remember right without looking. But I think that load paid $1,000 to go, you know, just that little bit of distance. So it's not bad. I mean, I probably could have got a little more on it, but I am working with the dispatcher. So I think the offer was only, I want to say 800 and something for the load, but we ended up getting it for $1,000. So we got $200 more on top of it than, you know, what the offer was. So we did okay there. You know, I just, we'll get up and we'll do our thing. We'll go pick this next load up tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll run over to Ohio and get it delivered, and then we'll just go from there. So, but that's how day one went. We had a little bit of hiccups. I didn't really like the fact that, you know, my first load at Traveloko, you know, was going to be late, but unfortunately that's just the things that happen, especially on the spot market. From what I understand, things like that can happen, but, you know, accidents and stuff like that, it's beyond the driver's control. So, you know, as long as you're making your check calls, you're letting the brokers know, you're letting, you know, your company know, dispatch, or however you're set up, you know, just let people know, you know, keep them in the loop, and most 9 out of 10 times there's not a problem. So, you know, we did have a couple of hang-ups between myself and the dispatcher, but you know, we're in the middle of getting those things worked out. So it's all about communication, you know, that's the key thing, communication. So, but so that's how the first day went, and we're gonna relax a little bit here, take a breather, regroup, and just get up and do it all over again tomorrow. So, all right, keep this short and sweet. Like I said, as I promised, I told you I'd try to do more videos, so I'm going to try to keep my word on that. So we did get a pretty good rate on this load. You know, everybody said the market's down. Well, it is, but I'm for my first load, I did okay. I mean, so we're not too bad. But all right, well, stay tuned. We will try to keep the videos coming. I can't say that they'll be daily, but we will try to keep them coming as long as long as I have the time to do so. So, all right, this is your boy Raptor Man. We're gonna cut it off and see you next time. Give me some knuckles.